Hello, everybody. This is Elijah.
And this is Luke.
And we are the Eagles of Steel. So today we are finally doing week 1 predictions for the next NFL season that starts next week.
But you guys are real interested for this one.
Yeah. This is insane that the season has already came to us now. And please, if you guys want to watch us possibly live stream, you guys need to hit that subscribe button. We need 3 more to be able to do that for you guys. It'd be amazing. But please, subscribe. Let us be able to do that for you.
Let's just jump right into this.
Yeah, there's so many games. And so many interesting ones, but then also so many not interesting ones.
Because the first 2 games are very particular and very good.
So I'll let you start it off.
First one being Ravens at Kansas City. Now, Thursday night game at 8:20.
And it's a rematch of the AFC Championship.
The problem, though, for the Ravens, I think Mahomes is 4-1 against the Lamar Jackson.
Yeah.
But that doesn't mean anything, though, because now the Ravens have Derrick Henry. So
they have the king.
They can make life very miserable for that Chiefs defense. Even though the Chiefs defense can be very, very stiff.
Oh, yeah, we know the Chiefs defense is going to be stiff, especially with Chris Jones. They still have Trent McDuffie. They still have Justin Reed in the back, in the safety core.
Their defense is still good, but
and also they got Nick Bolton and linebacker. They are stacked in defense.
But here's the thing: if the Ravens run the ball with Derrick Henry and maybe have some Lamar runs in there, and they have some mixing and pass, they can win this game.
Yeah, and for me, if you look at the Chiefs' offense, they upgraded a lot. They have 3 Tyreek Hills on their team. Plus, they actually. Breaking news recently, they just re-signed Juju Smith-Schuster again, who helped him beat the Eagles in the Super Bowl. So,
I mean, for that stupid play, yeah.
But the thing is, they have Xavier Worthy, fast as dang heck. They have they are going to be missing Hollywood Brown. He's out for the game, so he will not be in this game.
What about the Rashee Rice situation?
Rashee Rice, he's playing. Yes, it's stupid. But yeah, Rashee Rice is in. And then I see they got all their other guys like Isaiah Pacheco. He's good to go. Patrick Mahomes, duh.
Now, here's the thing. Can the Ravens defense, who's also very good,
stop them? And the answer for me is yes. And I'm going with the Baltimore Ravens to win this game in Kansas City 28-24.
I'm going for the upset.
Not much of an upset, but it's definitely
it's in Kansas City.
I know it's in Kansas City, but technically both teams are powerhouses, so it's not too much of an upset.
And that's who I'm going with too. I'm going with Lamar and the Ravens because, when I mentioned earlier what the Ravens do on offense, they do that because they have Zay Flowers to throw to too. Mm-hmm. So and he's fast. They can win this game, and I believe the score for this game it's going to be tighter. It's going to be 24-21.
Okay.
So I think it's going to be tighter.
Yeah. Before we move on, if the Ravens give the Derrick Henry the ball at least 20 times this game, they'll win it.
We're debating. if they're stupid and don't
run the ball and they don't give Derrick Henry at least 20 carries, they're losing this game.
They're easily going to lose.
That's exactly what happened in the championship game. They didn't run the ball. So that's what's going to happen. Anyway, moving on to this man's game.
Oh, yay.
Friday night football in Brazil. Packers at Eagles.
This is the game. This is the game we really want to live stream for you guys.
Yeah, this is the game that we definitely want to live stream for sure.
Especially it being my team. But you've seen our offense and how good they look.
They upgraded a ton. I see with the additions of Saquon Barkley,
Jahan Dotson
as your 3rd wide receiver now,
which we really need to thank you.
Your defense is as stacked as it ever is. But now, the thing is, we've already talked about a lot of times at this point, how good the Eagles are looking now.
Well, what about Green Bay?
Yeah, I want to look at Green Bay for a second. They didn't, so their offense, they got Josh Jacobs, but they replaced it with Aaron Jones. A.J. Dillon is out for the season.
Oh, I did not know that.
Yeah, I found that recently.
Oh,
it's upsetting because he was really good last year.
Well, that takes out one of their big running backs.
But they still got Josh Jacobs, who by himself can easily rush for like 1,500 yards in a season. So, especially with an O-line like the Packers, who's really good.
And they're young, too.
Very young team. And then their wide receivers are Christian Watson, Jaden Reed, Romeo Dobbs.
Here's what I'm saying, though. I looked at their preview. Only one player that's 30 years or older on that Packers team.
Yeah.
One.
And I can't remember the guy's name. But it was like, seriously, that's it?
Ah, look at you, so young and happy.
But
I was honestly shocked. But I'm going to be biased here, and I'm going to take my Birds to win it.
Now, what's your score for that? Is my question.
It's a 7-point game. I think it's going to be 28-21.
So for me, I have this game because the Packers' defense is no joke, and they got a new defensive coordinator, so their passing and rushing defense is going to be a lot better than last year.
But can we stop that trio and Barkley?
And the answer is not quite. I have the game being a 3-point game, a field goal ending game, and his final score being 31-28 in favor of Philadelphia.
Right foot of
Elliott. Elliott gets a game-winning field goal that game. Now, starting off the Sunday 1 p.m. slate, and we're talking about garbage. I mean, it's the Panthers and the Saints.
It is a division game. You got to keep that in mind, though, too.
It's garbage, though. Neither team is that good.
I'm easily taking the Saints on this one.
Even though the Saints are miles better than the Carolina Panthers.
Sorry, Panthers fans, but...
Panthers, I don't know what happened to you guys. 8 years ago, you were in Super Bowl 50 with Cam Newton, and all of a sudden, 8 years later, you guys are just dump. So, yeah, I'm going with the Saints. 10-point victory, 20-10.
I was going to say it's even worse, 28-14.
Ouch. Okay.
Now, this one's very interesting. The next 1 o'clock
This one's another ouch.
Vikings-Giants. Now, yes, I want the Vikings to win it because the Giants are in our division.
Mm-hmm.
So, here's the problem for the Vikings. They lost their main QB for half the season. Actually, no, for the entire season because of meniscus injury.
Yeah.
And now they're stuck with Sam Darnold.
This game is going to be a slugfest in the sense of it's going to suck.
It's going to be defense all game.
Because you the starting quarterbacks in that game, Daniel Jones and Sam Darnold. Are you serious right now? Running backs. Definitely in favor of Minnesota for sure because Aaron Jones is there. Wide receivers also in favor of Minnesota because of Justin Jefferson is still there and he's still good. Offensive line, definitely Minnesota. Minnesota is better than in every level than the Giants except for quarterback. I think Daniel Jones is see better than Sam Darnold.
Hey, that's pretty good.
That's saying something though.
Yeah.
I think it's gonna be a tight game. I think it's gonna be a low scoring game. I think the score is gonna be 10-7 Minnesota.
Yeah. I have it with a bunch of turnovers, probably 2 to 3 picks for each quarterback because they both suck at throwing the football. I have the final score from the Vikings-Giants game being 24-18, and the Vikings having a pick 6.
Okay, interesting. Like I said, I have it a low scoring game because you said defensive slugfest, and I totally agree with that. Now this next game, this is real obvious.
Yeah, do we need to discuss this one? We already know who's winning this game.
This is a Bengals-Patriots, and I'm honestly taking Cincy, no question about it. As long as Burrow stays healthy.
What's your score in this?
I feel it's going to be a lot more. I think Cincy's going to be 31-10.
I have it at 30-14.
So not far.
We have it as a blowout. If the Bengals do not blow out the Patriots, there is something wrong.
Now, I'm interested for this one because this is your game. Steelers Falcons.
And I am scared out of my mind
because Atlanta is really, really good
with the safety core. Their defense is phenomenal, and because all the pickups, and then of course their offense picking up Kirk Cousins.
Here's the question: okay. Can your offense score on their defense? And the answer I say is probably not. Probably not, because that defense is way too powerful, bro.
Yeah, it is extremely good.
That's if Russell Wilson can be his primetime self.
Yeah.
That's the only way your guys are winning. Because your defense can easily stop that. Actually, not easily, but it has the firepower
to be able to slow down their offense at least. But who do you got?
Sorry to say this. Since Atlanta's at home, obviously, too, I'm taking the Atlanta Falcons.
I am being a biased piece of crap, and I'm still taking the Steelers anyway. I'm going to be taking the Steelers all year, regardless of who they're facing, even against the Chiefs. I don't care. They're going to win 20-17 in a game-winning Chris Boswell field goal because he's the last killer bee, and he's going to get it.
I think it's going to be 17-14 Atlanta.
Okay. Now, this one's actually pretty interesting. Texans at Colts.
That's another division
because
game.
Anthony Richardson for the Colts is back, and plus they've had some upgrades at defense. This is going to be a great game. Texans have picked up so much firepower. We've already talked about how good they're going to be.
Question is, this is a division opponent, and it's in Indy.
Yeah, and that's why I'm still taking the Houston Texans, but it's going to be a lot closer than a lot of people are expecting it to be.
I'm taking also Houston as well. Yeah, I say it's going to be tight.
Yeah, for me, the final score is 27-20.
7-point game?
Yep.
I think it's going to be a little more of a Texan win, 28-14.
Wow. All right. That's a bold move for a division round game, but all right.
This one's kind of obvious. Buffalo taking all the way over Arizona. And it's in Buffalo, too.
I do want to give Cardinals a little bit of benefit of the doubt. I have them as getting blown up by Buffalo, too. But Cardinals did upgrade a lot during the draft. Because they got Marvin Harrison Jr. at wide receiver. They got, Kyler Murray's healthy. And when he's healthy, he can be a pretty good baller. The Cardinals are going to be sneaky good this year. Unfortunately, they're still going to get blown up by Buffalo because Buffalo is just all around the better team with better defense, better quarterback. Wideouts are a little weak, but they do have better running back in James Cook. I have the final score being 33-17 in favor of Buffalo.
I have it being a little closer than that. Just a tad closer. Mm-hmm. I have it being 34-21. So
okay.
I have it being a little closer, but Buffalo's still beating them.
Okay.
Now, this one's another interesting one. Tennessee-Chicago. But we know how Chicago's firepower really upgraded.
Yeah, but still going to be difficult because we don't know if Caleb Williams is going to be the chosen one.
I can do all things.
For Chicago, or if they're just going to be another bust.
I think this is going to be a tight game.
It's going to be definitely tight, especially with Tennessee picking up a guy like L'Jarius Sneed. And plus they got their wide receiver core is DeAndre Hopkins and Calvin Ridley.
So they
got a good wideout core. And they have Tony Pollard and Tajee Spears.
We always underestimate the Titans, but
they're good.
They're good.
I do have Chicago winning though. It's going to be 24-20. I think it's going to be definitely close. Titans are not going to be just a pushover in this game, but
I'm thinking I'm going to make this a little interesting. I think it's going to go into overtime.
Ooh,
and make it 30-24 Chicago win.
Okay, so the final game of the 1:00 slate: Jaguars at Dolphins. Do we have to talk about this one?
No.
Dolphins win. I have it 38-20. Tyreek Hill's going to get 2 touchdowns.
How good is that Jacksonville defense?
Passing defense, terrible. Run defense, really good.
That's fair, but problem is now if their passing defense is weak, then you have 2 speedsters going
wideouts. Yeah, that's why Dolphins, and also Dolphins in September blow teams out.
We've seen that happen.
We know how they are in September. However, though, once you get into the later season, that's when they fall apart and they suck. But in the beginning, I know they're going to win this game because that's how they are.
Do you think it's going to be more of a
it's a blowout, 38-20, 18-point win.
Oh my goodness!
Okay.
How about you?
I have it be a little closer than that, more 28-20.
Ooh, wow! All right, a little more faith in the Jaguars' defense. All right.
Yeah. Even it's in Miami too.
Yeah.
All right, now Broncos Seahawks. This is a 4 or 5 game. We'll start with those.
Yep.
Now this could be interesting because both teams are mediocre, but I think Seattle have a little more than Denver does. But
it is going to be a close game. I have Seattle squeaking out a win, 17-16.
That's what I'm saying. It's going to be close, but I'm going to go with the upset here. I'm going to take Denver in this one.
Yeah. This is Bo Nix's debut as starting quarterback for the Broncos too.
I think he can.
So
shine.
this game will be a good starter game to see if he'll be either ball out the season or if he'll be a bust this season.
I think he can shine. I'm pretty sure. I'm going to take it 21-17 Denver.
Okay.
I'm going with the upset.
Yeah. Now, Raiders at Chargers.
This one's going to be fun.
It's a bunch of additions from both sides. So the Chargers, sure, they lost a lot. They lost literally their entire receiving core. But they did pick, and they lost Austin Eckler, but they did pick up J.K. Dobbins and Gus Edwards from the Ravens. Mm-hmm. And they got their new coach in Jim Harbaugh. And then the Raiders, we've already talked about what they've added. They got Christian Wilkins and Max Crosby on the D-line. They still got Devontae Adams. They have Gardner Minshew as starting quarterback.
Which I'm excited to see.
Last year went 9-8 with the Colts and did really good.
I'm excited to see what he can do.
Yeah. I have the Raiders winning in a low-scoring battle, 20-13.
Really? Okay.
The reason why is because the Raiders naturally like to beat people in a low-scoring affair. They aren't going to score a lot of points, but they're going to shut you down. So
I was gonna say, well, it's in LA too. You got to keep.
Oh, I know. For me,
you got to put that out there. But I think I have the Raiders going and beating up 24-17. Okay. Having it decently close.
Okay, a little more higher score then.
But not too much.
Yeah.
Not too much higher.
Higher score, but different, but like the same score differential because they both had 7-point wins.
Now, starting the 4:25 games. This one I'm excited about. Dallas, Cleveland. And since it's in Cleveland,
Browns are winning.
I think we know where this is going. Here's the only situation I have with Cleveland, their quarterback.
Deshaun Watson.
That's the only
That's the one thing that's iffy.
But everything else is stellar.
Mm-hmm. They got the addition of Jerry Jeudy at wide receiver.
Along with Amari Cooper.
Still. They got running back Jerome Ford. Obviously, Nick Chubb's going to miss the first 4 games. But still, though, Jerome Ford has been a good backup, and he's been playing out of his mind last season. If Watson goes crazy, which I think he's going to finally get himself moving this season,
give me Cleveland in this one.
It's going to be Cleveland, and I have it in almost an 11-point differential, 31-20 in favor of the Browns. I have Dallas getting smothered. Probably getting Dak Prescott sacked 5-6 times from Myles Garrett because of Myles Garrett on that D-line.
I feel like this is going to be more close.
Probably, but I'm being ballsy on it.
I'm going to say it's going to be more a close affair of being 20-17 Cleveland.
Wow. Okay, much closer. Okay. Now,
both teams are really good, so...
Oh, yeah.
Figure.
So this next one is good. It's kind of interesting. Washington Commanders at Tampa Bay Buccaneers.
Now, both these teams are mediocre. They're like
pretty mediocre. Buccaneers, they still got Mike Evans and Chris Godwin.
Like that lethal combo. That's always
And
good.
Baker Mayfield is signed back up, and he did pretty decent last year, all things considered. The defense still has Vita Vea. They did lose some guys, but they also picked up Jordan Whitehead.
And they still have Antoine Winfield as well.
And they have Antoine Winfield. So their defense and their offense is so solid. Now, if you look at the Commanders, they just lost John Dotson to the Eagles. We already talked about that. But it's Jaden Daniels start off in his rookie season.
I'm curious to see how he does.
Yeah. This game, I think Tampa Bay is going to win, but I think Jaden Daniels is going to show off that he's not a bust.
All I do is win, no matter what.
And it's going to be a fun game to watch. I have the final score being 28-23 in favor of Tampa Bay.
I have it being a little closer than that because you can't underestimate Washington's defense either. They're always
I know
stiff.
they still got Jonathan Allen on that defense.
They're always stiff. So I think it's going to be a little closer, but I also have Tampa winning at home.
Yeah.
I have them winning only by field goal, 27-24. I have it a little closer.
And also, it's Dan Quinn's first-year head coach for the Commanders now. Sunday Night Football.
These next 2 games, we're going to be talking in-depth of. First one, in Detroit, Rams-Lions.
Baby.
Holy crap.
So, first off, let's start off with the Rams. They got Matthew Stafford still. Wide receiver cores, Puka like Puka Nacua and Cooper Kupp coming in nice and healthy. They got Kyron Williams at their starting running back, who is phenomenal. Their O-line's pretty decent. They picked up some good guys.
That's a big addition.
That's a big addition, especially since they lost Aaron Donald because he retired. But
which I was honestly shocked when that happened.
Yeah, but the Rams defense is solid. The offense is even better. Then you have the Lions, whose offense has, now, I think Jahmyr Gibbs might be out for this game, which sucks, but they still have David Montgomery, who's definitely good on his own. They have Jared Goff.
Monroe St. Brown.
They still have Monroe St. Brown, Jameson Williams, Khalif Raymond.
Sam Laporta.
Yep, the best O-line in the league.
Pretty much.
Defense is stacked with a Brian Branch.
Aiden Hutchinson.
They picked up one of those rookie guys, rookie corners in the draft that you guys kind of just missed out on. But it's still a really good pick.
Who do you have in this? This is hard.
This was the hardest game for me to choose because both teams are stacked in both defense and offense and are very cool.
I think it's going to be close, but I'm going with the Lions here.
All right, what's your final score?
I think it's going to be 28-27. I think it's going to be real close.
I'm not kidding. I have the exact same prediction. 27 favor Detroit. I'm not kidding. When you said that, I'm like, what?
I'm not even
How do you have that?
I'm not even looking at your paper, bro. I'm not even looking at your paper.
Wow,
I just said that.
That's awesome that we both have the same prediction on that.
Now,
here's if it happens, it's just our luck.
Sure luck. Anyways, now here's what I'm interested about.
Yep.
The Jets and the Niners.
Aaron Rodgers hopefully being healthy in this game.
Versus Brock Purdy.
Brock Purdy and that Niners offense, which Brandon Ayuk got paid finally.
About done.
From the 49ers, so he's going to be there along with Deebo Samuel, CMC, George Kittle.
Question is, can they stand up to that Jets
defense with Sauce Gardner, Quinnen Williams, CJ Mosley, I think is still there.
Can they stand up to that Jets defense, though?
Yeah, oh gosh, that defense is ridiculous. And the answer is, it's going to be a tight one. It's going to be very low scoring.
I think it's going to be a slugfest.
I think... Now for me, can the offense for the Jets do anything against the defense of the 49ers because of Nick Bosa,
I think they
Fred
can.
Warner, Talanoa, Hufanga, and
Javarius Ward.
They got so many defensive guys.
I think they can put
Drake Greenlaw is coming back, I think.
I think they can put points up, but not many.
Here's my final score. It's going to be a slugfest. There's not going to be much scoring. No. 16-14 in favor of San Francisco.
You know what? I'm taking the upset in Santa Clara. I'm going to take the Jets. I'm going to have them from a come-behind win. They won't have scored it all in 3 quarters, and they'll put 17 points up in the 4th quarter, and they'll shut out San Fran. 17-14.
17-14. Okay, so they were down 14-0 in the first half.
Yes, in the 3rd quarter, too.
Okay.
So I'm going really ballsy.
Yeah, Aaron Rodgers going full-on, super mode in the
MVP mode, pretty much. Yeah.
Okay.
Well, he's capable of that.
Oh, I know.
He's known for comebacks. You know that.
Now, for me, the lock of the week for sure is going to go to the Bengals over the Patriots. That's my lock of the week. I think there's no way the Bengals are going to lose that game.
Right.
Okay, what would be your lock of the week?
My lock of the week, Bills over the Cardinals.
That's your lock?
That's my lock.
All right. But there you guys have it. Please subscribe. The picture of the button will be right there, but the actual thing is down below. Hit the notification bell if you want to see our stuff as well. That would be awesome. And please be ready for the season. It's going to be fun. Hoping that for at least the Friday game with the Packers and Eagles, me and this guy right here are going to be reacting at least with our YouTube shorts. So keep an eye out for those.
And as always, this is Luke.
And I'm Elijah. And we are the Eagles of Steel. Bye!